Yeah, I want a search slip, yes, please.
Have you got one on you? Because obviously I've not actually managed to get into work yet.
Absolute disgrace.
I'll write one out for you.
No, I want it now.
Yeah, but I have to write it out for you first.
Yeah, get it done.
A UK cop invokes the Terrorism Act to stop a drone auditor and cannot name a single part of that law that actually justifies it. From an illegal stop and search to a sexual assault allegation caught on 2 cameras, these officers walk into this encounter thinking they are in control and walk out of it facing civil claims, professional standards investigations, and an audience of thousands watching every single mistake they made in real time. Do not skip a single second of this one.
Private car park.
As far as I'm aware, that's the boundary line.
Sorry, I just wanted to check, because you said it was a private car park, there's nothing here to say that it's private.
Well, the fact it has Metropolitan Police written all up along it. And
that doesn't...
It's no unauthorised parking.
Right, but...
personnel only.
Okay, but I'm not parking.
Right, but that would strongly suggest the average person...
Yeah.
And so just the average member of the public
would,
seeing that, realise, ooh, maybe that's a private car
park. Okay, I've got a problem, Isaac.
Well, now I've pointed it out to you.
Okay, but it doesn't say private pet park.
Right,
so do you know how to make something private in this country?
Okay, tell me.
So see your house, what does it have on its front?
Oh, it's got multiple things.
A door?
But it's right. So
and your garden, does your garden have a gate?
No, it doesn't.
Does it not? Well, to make to stop people encroaching on your garden, so to speak, would you want to put a fence up or a gate?
Right, but then you would have sort of like implied acts would be like the postman.
Okay.
Delivery people.
Okay. So no.
Okay? So
unfortunately, the law doesn't say that.
This is private property.
The law doesn't say that.
Listen.
Okay. Who owns it?
This part, this bit from here. This is part of the police.
Okay.
Station.
So who pays for the police?
What do you mean? Who pays?
Who pays for the police? Who pays? Who funds the police? Who pays your wages?
Office.
Who buys? Pardon? Right. And who funds that? How's that funded?
Council tax.
Council tax, okay. So therefore,
I also pay my council tax.
The implied rate of access, the implied
doesn't mean anything. Right, but then you could say the same about, like, for example, fire stations. Would you just go walking into a fire station?
Underground, yeah. Obviously, if there's a barrier or something's preventing me going in, then that makes it private.
And if the fireman came out and asked you to leave?
Okay.
So would you leave?
No.
Well, why not? It's private property.
It's not private property at all.
Well,
define private property.
Well, you don't have...
Define private property. It's publicly owned.
It's not publicly owned.
Who pays for it? We covered that. Council tax. The people pay for it.
Right, do you pay for schools?
Pardon?
Do you pay for schools?
Through council tax, yes.
Right, so do you just go walking around school property?
Okay, so there's a different... So
no, it's not.
Okay, no, that is because...
Alright guys, this audit goes south real quick. A man flies a drone near a London police station, and what follows is a masterclass in knowing your rights versus officers who clearly did not do their homework. Strap in because this one is something else entirely. And trust me, you do not want to miss a single second of what is about to unfold.
Children involved. So there's different legislation when reporting on children. 100%.
Vulnerable people involved with police stations.
Okay. Who? Horses?
Victims, yeah.
Victims. It's not operational, this police station.
It is operational.
It's not. The front door's shut. There's no front counter. So who's coming in to make inquiries?
Right, so front counter and there's different types of police stations. Front counter, not every police station that's operational has a front counter,
Not
just
my
like
problem,
not every police station has a custody suite.
There's no expectation of privacy in public as well.
There is.
No, there isn't.
Right.
100%
this
there's
is
not.
Private property.
Okay.
You're free to do what
I'm going to fly my drone over.
You're free to do what you wish to do over there, but please do not cross.
You've messed up big time today. You've really messed up today. Okay. I'd wish you'd just try to engage in a civil conversation. No, you didn't.
For landing your drone when I asked you to.
Right. No, you didn't ask me to. I offered to. Okay. So let's get that straight.
So thank you for that.
Okay.
And
so
I'm not sure why we haven't had because we're having I think a fairly nice conversation.
No, we're not having a nice conversation at all.
Okay.
Because you've sexually assaulted me.
I haven't sexually
You have. There was a male present, and you decided to carry out a body search, propping my genitals.
He walks the entire car park boundary looking for any signage that says private property and finds absolutely nothing. Not a single notice, not a single warning, not one legal marker anywhere on that ground. Then he turns to the officer and hits them with the one argument they simply cannot dodge. Who funds the police force? Taxpayers. Who is standing right here on this ground? The taxpayer. He then dismantles every single comparison they throw at him. Fire stations, schools, every single one. He takes it apart cold, calm and clean without even raising his voice or losing his composure for a single second.
You did cut my genitals on camera. This is running.
Right. A search in public does not have to be done by the same gender.
If there's a gender available, then it should be.
It's not legal requirement.
Do you want to bet? You sexually assaulted me.
I did not sexually assault you, sir.
What do you want?
Sorry?
What do you want? Are you recording
I'm
me?
doing my job, sir.
Are you recording me?
Yeah, I am.
Why didn't you tell me?
Sorry?
Why didn't you tell me?
I did, but you
No,
were
you
talking over
didn't.
me.
No, you didn't. It's on camera. I've got 2 cameras running, so don't lie. Okay? So just say, sorry, I forgot to inform you. You are now being recorded. End of story. So why didn't you tell me? Identify yourself, please.
There you go. You can see my shoulder.
No, I can't read that. Sorry, I've got a problem with my eyesight.
See my name.
I've got a problem with my eyesight. Please identify yourself properly.
It's what?
2574.
Yeah, not very difficult, is it? Not very difficult.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you for your time. Please do not come back into the police property.
I'm going to fly over.
Are we clear now that this is the
No,
this
no, we're
police
not
property?
clear. No, we're
well,
not.
I've made it very clear that
No,
this
you've made it. You're saying it is, but what you're saying, you've just used Section 43 to sexually assault me. So I don't really put much faith in what you're telling me. And you've now made yourself liable.
He makes it absolutely crystal clear to anyone within earshot. There is no legal expectation of privacy in a public space, and if there is no signage, then there is no case, full stop. Then he drops the one warning that visibly rattles every officer standing there. The drone is going back up, and it is going straight over that building whether they like it or not. Officers are visibly frustrated and flustered, but here is the problem. They have absolutely nothing legal to stand on, and everybody watching already knows it before they even open their mouths.
A civil claim. There's definitely going to be professional standards involved, because what you've done is outright wrong. 100% it is. This is the sad thing, is that I know better than what you do about your job, and what you have done is wrong. And you don't even have the humility to turn around and say, right, what did I do? And then allow me to explain to you where you went wrong and try and apologise and try and rectify the situation. Instead, you're going to sit there and try and deny it and deny it and deny it. And it's going to take an IOPC investigation to turn around and say, no, what you done was out of order, and it's going to take HNK solicitors to drag the Met back into a civil claims court and clean you out for probably about £5,500 now. It'll probably go to 10.5 if you decide to try and move me on from public place.
This is public. I'm not moving you from
Yeah,
public place.
he threatened to move me from a public place.
Well, that wasn't me, so I don't know why
Okay,
you're telling me.
so what I'm saying is, at the moment, the claim's going to be worth about £5,500. Okay, if you try and move me from a public place, it's going to be 10.5. If you false imprison me and arrest me, then we're going up to 20 grand, 100%.
But what point if I tried to false imprison you?
You detain me illegally.
I detained you for purposes of search and
Right.
Section 43 of the
Right.
Terrorism Act because
Okay.
I believe that you were
Okay,
committing
illegally.
terrorism
Okay,
offences.
on what grounds was that? For filming the
You were
public.
flying a drone
Okay.
over police buildings.
Okay, so what part of Section 43, asked him, what part of Section 43 gives you the grounds for someone flying a drone to do a stop and search?
Right, I'm going to go in because I need to...
Can you answer that question?
He brings the body search straight back into the spotlight, and this time he is not letting it go for anything. A male officer was present, standing right there and fully available, yet a female officer chose to conduct the search and in doing so made direct contact with his genitals on camera. He demands she properly identify herself, and her response is shaky and unconvincing at best. He then reminds her very clearly, 2 cameras have been running this entire time, and every single word coming out of her mouth is already locked in and recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to search up, yes, please.
Have you got one on you? Because obviously I've not actually managed to get into work yet.
Absolute disgrace.
I'll write one out for you.
No, I want it now. Yeah,
Yeah, but I have to write it out for you first.
yeah, get it done. Yous have messed up big time. Big time.
There's a CAD on for this as well. If you want it.
So what's going to happen now is you're going to go away, you're going to start YouTubing, and you're going to realise pretty soon how much trouble you're in. Really soon. You're going to see how far you've crossed the line.
My hand up, so
Okay? And I want you to do me a favour, at the very least, yeah? At the very least, after this, you don't admit that you're going to do it. Go away and just look up Section 43 of the Terrorism Act and just try and educate yourself and find out that if what you've done was right or wrong.
I am always up for learning more.
Okay? Because I don't want you doing this to anyone else.
Right, you're
Can you please stop saying my personal details in private? You're a data handler. I'm not giving you authorisation to divulge my personal
and your
details.
first name is so I can write it on this slip.
Okay, you don't need my name to put it on there. No, you can put the details down. You don't need my name for a stop and search slip. Okay, I've just asked you, okay, to stop saying my personal details in public as a...
This is the moment where he completely stops arguing on emotion and starts arguing purely on numbers, and this is where it gets really serious. £5,500 if they leave the situation exactly as it is right now. 10,500 if they attempt to remove him from a public space he has every legal right to occupy. And a clean £20,000 if they are bold enough to arrest him. No rage, no theatrics, no raised voice. Just cold, calculated and devastatingly precise legal knowledge that leaves every officer standing there completely speechless with nothing to fire back.
Data handler.
Right, would you like to give me your date of birth to put on the slip?
No.
Okay, no worries. How would you define your ethnicity, sir?
Let you have a guess. Black Caribbean,
You can define your
East
own ethnicity
Asian,
as
whatever you want.
There's a list up here. You can define any of them.
Okay?
How would you like to define your ethnicity?
No comment.
No comment? Alright.
Thought it'd be self-evident, but absolutely. Carry on. What is your rank? Your PC?
I'm a PC, yes.
Yeah, you've messed up. How long have you been in the force?
8 years now.
8 years? Wow. You've been doing this for 8 years.
You're about 5'7".
You've been 5'7"? No, I'm 6 foot. Thank you.
Foot?
Yeah,
Be 6 foot.
5'7". Nice one. No little man syndrome here like your colleague. Anyway, so you've been doing this for 8 years to people, members of the public, people that pay your wages. That's ridiculous.
Right, no vehicle.
No vehicle that you know of. So I'm going to take the drone back up when we're done, and I'm going to fly it right over your building. I'm going to get down and I'm going to film through your windows and all that sort of stuff. And that's how it's going to play out. I would appreciate it if you guys leave me to it and no longer try and infringe on my civil rights, because you've already...
Now he catches something most people would completely miss. The officer is reading his personal details out loud in an open public space and he shuts it down immediately. He is a data subject, she is a data handler, and she has zero authorization to broadcast his personal information publicly. Then it gets worse. He finds out this officer has been on the force for 8 full years and still walked out here today unable to identify correct legislation, unable to justify the stop, and unable to ensure a lawful search was conducted. 8 years of doing this to the very public that funds every penny of that officer's salary.
Got yourself in a whole pile of trouble.
In terms of flying your drone,
Yes.
I don't know this, so I'm generally curious. As far as my understanding is, if you fly it within 50 metres of a building,
Correct.
that's an offence, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, for drones over 250 grams.
Right. Okay.
My drone is 217
So
grams.
it's done by weight?
Yes, correct. So they could have asked me all this, and I could have educated them and told them sort of what I was doing was perfectly legal. The drone, although I don't need it, the drone is insured. I do have the operator ID on the back. I do have my flyer's ID, and everything else that I need to do to make sure that I'm doing everything by the book. The colleague down there did tell me to go to the park, but there's bylaws in place in the park. There's none out here. So
What bylaws are in the park?
So some parks, so some boroughs have implemented bylaws that
There's like the royal parks and things.
some royal parks, some like some other ones as well. I think Hackney's covered by it as well, where there's a bylaw in place that you need to.
The whole borough, or...
No, it's not the whole borough. It's just in the parks. It's in the parks. So you need to get prior permission to fly in the
I
park.
think that's for things like, I'm pretty sure like Westfield, the big shopping centre and stuff. Or
No.
would they not?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Oh, it's like I know the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
Sorry, West Ham Stadium.
So stuff like that, you can still apply to the CAA to
Yeah, 'cause
get
if
permission
they've
to fly
got,
over.
Um,
And as I was trying to show your colleague, I tried to show him the no-fly zones in the area to show him that perfectly where I was, there is no restrictions, and I'm allowed to fly my drone here. We didn't want to look at it, so.
So basically,
8 years. This officer has been serving on the force for 8 full years and still walked out here today unable to identify the correct legislation, unable to legally justify the stop and search, and unable to ensure a lawful search was conducted properly. He lets that number sit in the air slowly and deliberately, and it lands like a hammer. 8 years of doing this to members of the public, the very same public that funds every single penny of that officer's salary every single month without fail.
It's a bit nonsense, to be fair, but they've used it as pretext to use Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Hostile reconnaissance, apparently.
it's the police building.
What's hostile reconnaissance again?
What's hostile
Yeah.
reconnaissance?
Do you know the definition?
Not the dictionary definition of Bahat.
I know it.
Okay.
So that's what I know you've messed up as well by using that term. Because hostile reconnaissance wasn't being conducted.
But that's why we were trying to have a conversation.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. I was trying to have a conversation. No, listen. Okay, let's have a conversation now and at least get to the point where I was at least trying to engage with you guys and tell you that what you were doing wasn't right. Your colleague came out using the Terrorism Act straight away. Section 43, and I said, what part of Section 43? What part of Section 43 did he think I would fall into by flying a drone over the building? And then he was going on about restricted airspace over the building. It's nonsense, you don't own the airspace.
For all I knew, your drone had a camera on it.
It does have a camera. Oh, it does, and I was going to film, and it's what I'm going to do once she's buggered off. I can't believe how badly they've messed up today. And the thing is, mate, like, you've implemented yourself. You've put your hands on me. You've assaulted me. You've facilitated it. So, unfortunately, you're going to be liable as well. The big man here, he's going to be alright.
He lays the drone law out piece by piece with the kind of clarity that makes you wonder why the officers did not just look this up before approaching him. His drone weighs 217 grams, comfortably under the 250-gram legal threshold that triggers additional regulations. It is fully insured even though insurance is not legally required at that weight. The operator ID is on the back of the drone. His flyer ID is in hand. Then he pulls up the official CAA website live on his phone and shows the no-fly zone map for the entire area. It is completely clear. There were never any legal flight restrictions here, and these officers stopped and searched him anyway.
Right, faster.
What do you like faster? I'm trying to make sure that you can read it.
I don't care. Right, faster. Hurry up. Would you want me to be nice to you guys?
Well, I expect you to be, like, polite. I'm trying to be
What? Polite?
Shouting at me to
Polite? After you've detained me under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, you searched me under 43 of the Terrorism Act, you sexually assaulted me under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, you tell me that I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't fly my drone in public, I can't fly over your building, and all this carry on, and you want me to be polite? Are you joking? Are you live in La La Land? You must be crazy, man. What do you want?
Are you filming this for YouTube?
Shut up.
I'm asking you a question. Are you filming for YouTube?
I'm telling you, shut up, go away, I don't like you.
Very rude. Very angry man.
Is it a crime?
I'm just asking you a question.
You have detained me under Section 43, you searched me under Section 43, she sexually assaulted me under 43.
You film from YouTube, you need
Okay.
insurance.
Okay, do I? Okay, that's fine.
I'll finish the continuation.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, are you filming for YouTube?
Yes.
Right, okay. Do you have insurance?
None of your business.
Right, do you have insurance? Because if you don't, you need to down your drone if you're filming for YouTube.
Ask your colleague. How about that?
What do you mean ask my colleague?
Ask your colleague. Because your colleague's being very civil. Ask me some very civil
Am I not
cover.
being civil? I'm just
No,
my voice
no,
and
you
my
didn't.
mind.
You tried blocking my camera to try and hide the evidence of them conducting an illegal search.
Oh, do me a favour.
No, do yourself a favour and jog on.
Because obviously
Jog
you're
on.
filming for her.
Jog on. How about that?
Very rude. Very rude.
Rude's not a crime. Don't like it. Get a new job, yeah? You can tell her that I told you I had insurance, even although I don't need it under a drone under 250 grams. This is people just getting little bits of rules and legislation and thinking they know everything about it without actually doing their homework and educating themselves, and then using that to try and abuse members of the public conducting legal activity.
Officers had used the term hostile reconnaissance as part of their justification for the stop, and he tears that apart word by word without hesitation. Does anyone standing here today actually know what hostile reconnaissance legally means in the context of counterterrorism legislation? Because what happened out here today does not come anywhere close to meeting that legal definition, and he proves it. This is the moment in the video where it becomes completely undeniable to anyone watching. This stop was built on a crumbling foundation of misapplied terminology, borrowed buzzwords, and absolutely zero solid legal grounding from start to finish.
Do you not think, like, before I come to do this, that I would do my homework and sort of find out that what I'm doing, that I'm perfectly within my rights to do, given the implications?
I've seen your videos before.
Have you?
I have.
Right, okay.
You've attended Bethnal Green before. before, haven't you?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you there as well. But surely at this point, you must understand if you're on police premises, then you must expect the police to want to speak to you.
No, I understand that, yeah. Like,
and you have to understand
so,
why we're removing you from
no,
the
I
police
don't.
building.
That's the part I don't understand.
Okay.
Okay, it's the part that I don't understand, and the Section 43 element, it completely baffles
I
me.
can't talk about that because I wasn't here.
You're right, if I just
Yeah,
go
so
with
Yeah.
from my point of view, I've arrived.
Yep.
I found out you've been searched.
Mm-hmm.
I found out you've been recording. I already knew that anyway.
Yeah.
And you're being quite agitated with the officers.
Yeah, because of like.
I understand.
Yeah.
I get why you're agitated, but that then poses a risk to those officers
Okay,
as
yeah.
well as myself.
Okay.
So if it means for me having to help you off the premises,
Yeah.
then that's what's necessary.
So like, I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but like, you're still complicit in it, my friend.
Yeah.
Like, and you like, to be fair, you've been very civil, and I wish, for goodness sake, that your colleagues would come up and conducted themselves the way you're conducting yourself just now, because they didn't want to listen to anything I had to say. And I was trying to tell them, like, because the issue was a drone, and then I said, right, if I go outside, I'll go outside and I'll fly from there. They went, no, you can't.
Right.
No, you're infringing on the airspace and all this sort of stuff. And then they came out with Section 43, and I said, what part of Section 43 does this fall into? Like, well, can you explain it to me? Because I know for a fact it doesn't.
Okay.
You know, I know for a fact it doesn't, and this is where they've messed up big time.
Okay.
So they're going to find themselves in trouble. Considering there was a male there, she decided to search me, and whether she likes it, she says she's never or not, it's caught on camera. She cut my testicles.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? There was a male present that could have conducted that search, and I says to her, like, what are you doing? You just felt me up, like, and then that's when he decided to try and take over. So it's crazy. Like, it's beyond bad. It's one of the worst I've interacted with, to be fair. And it's a poor showing.
Do you know the complaints procedure, or do you need?
Yeah, no, 100%. I know the complaints procedure. And
He cannot leave yet because the stop and search slip has not been handed over, and until it is, the detention is technically still legally ongoing, whether the officers want to acknowledge that or not. He reminds them clearly and calmly that the camera has captured everything from the very beginning. The unlawful stop, the unlawful search, the moment an officer tried to physically block the lens to hide what was happening. He then acknowledges that the Met as a whole has made some genuine improvements over the years, but makes it absolutely clear that what went down here today is living proof that deeply serious problems are still very much alive within the force.
This is the front page of the slip, and because, like, obviously I won't make you go to grounds, there's the continued grounds and the bit at the back for the information.
continued grounds. Let's see what you said. Seen by police in Paris car park. Flying drone asked to account for why. Subject was evasive. So in what way was I evasive? Okay. Do I have to account for my actions when I'm conducting legal activity?
I'm just having a conversation
Okay,
with you.
but no. You've used it as grounds to stop and search me. So do I have to? Sorry, no.
Right, so you can. I've written my grounds.
Right,
on
I understand
there,
that,
okay?
but do I have to account
I've
do I have to account for my activities when it's legal activity? Do I have to account for it? Yes or no?
I'm not answering all these questions
Okay.
now.
Evasive,
Okay.
refused to say why. I did say why. I was filming the building.
Right, I've written my grounds on
Okay,
there.
so
I am going to go in, get changed, so that I can go out and continue my duty.
please don't abuse your position any
I'm
further.
not abusing my
Okay,
position.
because it's not acceptable that you're doing this to members of the public.
One officer finally arrives and actually engages with him like a professional human being, and the difference compared to every other officer today is night and day. The conversation becomes almost civil. He gives this officer direct and open credit for the approach, but immediately uses that contrast to hammer home just how catastrophically the others failed by comparison. He revisits the search incident in full detail once more and lays out clearly that what was done to him was not a gray area, not a misunderstanding. It was wrong, it was witnessed, it was recorded on 2 cameras, and it is completely indefensible no matter how anyone tries to spin it.
That pay your wages, and you're abusing the legislation, because all I can say is Section 43 is surely going to go the same way Section 44 will be repealed, and you won't have that power anymore because you keep abusing it. And then when the real terrorists walk by, then you're screwed, because what are you going to do then? Because you've abused it on law-abiding members of the public that are going about conducting lawful activity, and you won't be able to use it for the real terrorists. And filming isn't grounds for Section 43, whether you like it or not. So don't do it again.
So I'm going to go inside.
Okay, you're
because
dismissed.
What
Bye.
do you mean I'm dismissed?
You're dismissed. I'm dismissing you. Go away. See ya.
He reads the grounds written on the stop and search slip out loud for the camera. Flying a drone, subject was abusive. He challenges it on the spot without a moment's hesitation. Since when does a person who is conducting entirely lawful and legal activity have any obligation to justify or account for that activity to a police officer under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act? The officer refuses to answer the question directly or clearly. The slip gets signed and the paperwork gets done. But the legal damage to their position is already done, and it is not going away quietly.
I'm sorry, I'm baffled by this sudden attitude that I'm getting now. Why?
I've told you it's not a nice conversation. You've abused the legislation.
I haven't.
You illegally searched me. You sexually assaulted me. Well, go away. Jog on. See you later. Piss off. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'll swear if I want.
No, you won't, because
Yes,
it becomes a public order offence.
Okay, what public order is that? What public order is that? I know the legislation. Section 5. Who made the complaint?
Sorry?
Who made the complaint?
Well, I know.
Who made the complaint?
I can give you a warning. Don't swear.
I will swear if I want.
Again,
I will swear if I want.
you can get
I will swear I want. What are you going to do? You need a complaint to make an arrest. Yes, you do. Come on, man. Shut your mouth. Jog on. If you're not going to even try and use the legislation properly, you're chatting nonsense, man. You absolute plonker. Yeah, jog on. A lot of you. Shut up. Not very nice being stopped and searched, being sexually assaulted.
He delivers his final warning with the composure and precision of a closing statement in a courtroom, and it is something to witness. Keep abusing Section 43 the way you have abused it today, and it will eventually be repealed, just like Section 44 was repealed before it when officers across the country abused that power in exactly the same way. And when that day comes and a real threat walks past that station, what legal tools are you going to have left to work with? Because today you burned them on a man flying a perfectly legal drone on a public road, and nobody can undo that.
And no, you haven't. Shut your mouth. Don't talk nonsense. It's all on camera. Yeah, it's not a crime, is it? You don't like it? Jog on. Look at this, guys. What an image. What a thumbnail that's going to make. You absolute tyrants. He's in the wrong job, a lot of these.
He literally dismisses the officer mid-sentence like he is wrapping up a meeting that ran too long. Go away, see ya, jog on, we are done here. The officer panics and scrambles and tries threatening him with a public order warning for swearing in a public place. He shuts that down without even flinching. You need a formal complaint from a member of the public to even begin that process, and every single person standing here knows it, including you. The officer backs down completely. The power in this moment has shifted so far, it is not even a close contest anymore. One by one, every single officer walks away, and he is still standing in exactly the same spot he was standing in when this whole thing started. He swings the camera toward the last officer disappearing into the distance and tells the audience directly, "Look at that right there, that is your thumbnail moment. Bunch of tyrants, what an absolute carry-on from start to finish." He held his ground, he defended his rights, he knew his legislation better than the officers enforcing it, and he got every single second of it on camera. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one.